Welcome. So today we have the pleasure of sitting down and talking to one of my favorite people and favorite interior designers, Mikhail Welch. Welcome, Mikhail.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you. It's been a long time.
It has really been a long time.
It has been.
And the thing is, you've done so much in that period of time. Like, I really wanted to bring you here to talk to you about it because I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited for like where your career is
thank you.
Going.
Yeah, I mean, it's just happening so quickly.
Absolutely. So talk to us about, I know your story, of course, but talk to us about how you started in interior design.
Well, I kind of had a rags to riches story, I like to say. I graduated from Morehouse College with a degree in marketing. HBCU in Atlanta. And after college, I just wasn't fulfilled. And my mom told me that I needed to find my passion. Mm-hmm. And so she said, you will know what it is because it'll be something that you'll be willing to do for free. So I ended up going to work for a clothing store because I thought, I like clothes. Right. Well, I quickly found out I'm a horrible salesperson because I'm like, either you want it or you don't. So I ended up on my lunch breaks, I always found myself in Crate and Barrel, Pottery Barn, and other furniture stores. Mm-hmm. And it was like my Oprah aha moment. Wow. I learned at that moment, that I love furniture and this is what I was destined to do. So at that point, I went to go work for a furniture company and I just worked my way up through the ranks. Right. And from there, I decided to venture out on my own and I went on Craigslist, believe it or not. And I used to donate one free room design just to build my portfolio. Okay. And that's kind of like how things, got
progressed and got started.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you about the aha moment, that thing, because now I know how long you've been doing this. Right. So, and as an interior designer myself and somebody who kind of has had a similar journey, not starting here and ending up like here haphazardly, but intentionally at the same time, I was going to ask you, what was that moment that you just knew, like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be?
I would say the defining moment for me, I really believe in destiny. Right. And I really am a person who believes that God puts people in your life at a certain reason to help you go to the next stage in life. And I think what really did it for me, in terms of like me knowing this is what I'm really supposed to do with design, would definitely have to be it was a down moment actually. Okay. But I believe every down moment prepares you for something greater. To move up. So I was working part-time at the Container Store, and I did the overnight shift, and I was working from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. Like busting my butt, like with boxes, and I wear like blazers and stuff.
I can't imagine.
Exactly.
Is this true? I'm just kidding.
I'm not a politician. I don't have a reason to lie about it. But it was at that moment where I ended up meeting my mentor, who took me from working on $5,000 rooms to $50,000 rooms. Wow. And, I met her at that store. And at that point in time, I learned that, there's a process in life. And you can't just jump from point A to point Z. No. And there are people along the way who are going to help you out. But that defining moment was at that store where I met my mentor and I learned this is what I should really be doing.
That's amazing. Because I didn't know that. I didn't know that part of the story. Like, I know, bits and pieces. Okay, so let's fast forward.
Okay, fast forward.
From your rags.
Yes, let's fast forward.
To your little riches.
Yeah, we rich
Okay,
now.
so now you are the interior designer for Mr. Steve Harvey himself.
Yes.
Let's talk about that because my thing is we all know, where his career is going and how quickly it's moving forward. He is on everything.
He is. It's like a Monopoly game.
There you go. Like the pieces are just constantly moving forward, right? So what's it like working for him, especially during this point in his career?
It's so inspiring to work for Steve Harvey. Mm-hmm. The one thing I will say about Steve Harvey is what you see on television is what you get in person. Yeah. He's very encouraging and inspiring. Like, he's all about young entrepreneurs, like, really pursuing their passions. But I would say, like, right now, this is one of the greatest times to work for Steve Harvey. Yeah. He has so many projects going on. And for me to be able to help him in, most of those shows, it's a blessing. Right. When I think about 2010 when I was on food stamps, living in New York City, like in a small apartment, to be working with Steve Harvey now, like my life has changed. Right. And I know it's because of this man. Like, God has his hand on Steve Harvey and I'm just riding his coattail and I'm going to ride this thing out till the wheels fall off.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you.
Oh, thank you.
Because we've had those conversations, and
yes.
we've been the midnight hour. We've talked about it, but
yes.
like this has really been an amazing experience, and it's been a joy for me to watch as well. And I'm so glad for your transparency. I want to say thank you, because a lot of times when you sit down with people, they only want to talk about the good stuff that happens. They want to highlight that part of their life, and their brand is all about, how fabulous they are, But at the end of the day, no struggle, no progress, right?
Exactly.
So I respect you for saying that and being that transparent, because I feel like somebody out there will definitely hear that, and that'll be the thing that makes them get up and keep going,
Right.
So the next thing I want to say, okay, so there's not an elephant in this room, but typically in the industry you're in media, and you're not in itty bitty media. You're in big media, mass media, and so there is an elephant in the room.
Right.
Clearly, you're a black man.
Right.
And then you're an openly gay black man.
Right.
So what I want to know is, on a daily basis, we're not going to even negate the fact that they're challenges. We're going to just say they're challenges.
Right.
What is it that you do that allows you to push through and overcome those challenges?
I have to say, I feel like this. Point blank, my sexuality is what I do at home in the bed. That has nothing to do with what I do when I come to work.
Right.
My job is to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
My job is to turn your house out and to make it what you expect it to be. Same thing when I walk into a room to work for Steve Harvey. He could care less about who I'm sleeping with. He just needs me to make sure his set looks good. So I don't even think about that.
Okay.
Honestly, I think about, I'm hired to do a job. Yes, that challenge is there.
Right.
But if I don't bring it to the table.
Right.
I don't think that's appropriate. I'm there to work. And
Absolutely.
that's what I do. I work. I deliver. And that's what I do.
Well, that's it. I mean, to me, that makes the most sense, right?
Yeah.
Push through. I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Exactly.
So I'm with that. Okay. So we work for Steve Harvey. We are an amazing interior designer with this insane book of business. We're living our life. We're getting our life.
Slowly but surely.
Right. What is a goal? What's next for Mikhail?
Okay, so my biggest goal right now, honestly, in terms of growing my brand, I want my own television show.
Okay.
The segments on Steve Harvey's show have, definitely propelled me in a manner in which I've set myself up for success.
Right.
But I can't stop until I see my face in Target and Kohl's and JCPenney's. I want to be in mainstream, USA. I don't want to just be in New York and LA.
Right.
I want to be able to reach, those families in Iowa,
right.
In these small towns. I want my face, all over the world. I will be the tan Nate Berkus. That's going to be me.
Well.
Yes, that's it.
That's it. I can see that. I mean, you're sitting here saying that to me, and to me, it sounds like it's reasonable. To me, I can see it. It's gonna happen.
Yo, you have to think it. I mean, if you think it, it can happen.
But bigger than that, I see you being more than Nate Berkus.
Oh yes, we want to be larger. I love Nate now.
Yeah, we're not going, because he got some good accessories that you can throw in.
He does.
Exactly. In a pinch.
Exactly.
So we love him, and we have seen his we've seen his journey.
Right.
We see where he started with Oprah, and
exactly.
he moved, and I think that's an amazing progression, and definitely he's a trailblazer, because at the end of the day, we're designers.
Right.
So he is somebody who we look to for a trajectory.
Exactly.
And I definitely think that Mikhail Welch designs and Nate Berkus designs, honey. Just all this sass,
their world
all this
apart.
Flavor that you give.
Their world's apart.
Nate couldn't give it. Nate couldn't give it.
You said that. I
did. I said it, Nate.
I have to work with Nate.
Not working. Nate's not my look.
Ma'am,
I'm over here coming from Martha Stewart.
Ma'am, we're not going to do
okay?
this. We are not going to do this.
Okay, so I think I have one last question, because this has really been good. So what are two things as a human that you feel like no human should live without?
The first thing I would say, you can't live with life without passion. You have to be passionate about whatever you do in life. I know I keep saying the same thing to a degree, and that's really because I know that God put us all on this earth to do something. And I challenge everybody to figure out what it is God put you on this earth to do, because you will never be fulfilled until you know what that is. And you really need to have the passion behind it. The other thing that I've really learned that you need to have is patience.
Wow.
Patience.
Yeah.
There's a plan, but you have to trust and know that God's will be done. It may not be in your time,
right?
But it's going to happen. You have to have patience.
Wow. So I wasn't expecting you to turn
like
all Deepak. I wasn't expecting you to turn all Dunny McClurk and Deepak Chopra on me. I thought I was going to get to clown you a little bit, but I have to say that I was inspired by that. Passion and patience. Those are two amazing things. Well, Mikhail, of course, I really appreciate you coming here.
Of course.
To talk to me. And this has been like one of my favorite sit downs today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Love you too.